This is Gator. Last time I told you about leaving the Superdome, how Bundy and I walked into the general foreman office, shook his hand, and drug up like professional. He stood in the circle of hands and vouched for us. They did a good job. They could come back anytime. Today I'm going to tell you about what happened in 10 minutes after we walked out that office. And that story, how fast your name traveled and why brotherhood is always watching. Bundy and I shot the general foreman hand and walked out of his office. The circle of hands heard him vouch for us. And Rick Luther was in that circle, man. He heard every word. And Bundy and I was heading toward the parking lot, man, talking about I was feeling good that, we did a good job and I'm about to head home for a minute and things, what you do when you leave a job. That it's time to go home and we'll find a job later. Now, Rick Luther, he was in there. He was one of the dudes in that circle, and Kevin and Rick, both of them played pool, and both of them like to play pool. So Will used to go us three some time ago and go shoot pool together. And so Kevin and Rick really played pool. I just really watched. I wasn't that good. And so when you know, Rick knew me and Kevin were boys, he knew, Kevin, me and Kevin ran together. So as soon as Rick saw us walking out and he heard what the general foreman said, Rick pulled out his phone. And Rick called Kevin, and Kevin was all the way in New Jersey. He was like, yo, K-Dog, your boy Gator drug up from the Superdome. Man, he told Kevin what General Foreman said and all that. And he was like, but then Gator left like professional. And the information traveled, man, the speed of a phone call from New Orleans to New Jersey in a second, man. Kevin got the full report before I even reached my truck, bro. So as we walk into the parking lot, um, to the Superdome parking lot where I get to my car, my phone started ringing. And I looked down and I seen it was Kevin. And I was like, whoa, yo, what's up, kid? What's up, K-Dog? And Kevin get on the phone and Kevin being Kevin, why are you dragging? I'm like, what? Why are you dragging? I'm like, what you mean, bro? How the hell you know I drug up? I ain't got to the car yet. I haven't even told nobody. The only person knew that I drug up was me and Bundy and the general foreman. And so I realized that's when, it hit me like a freight train. Your name news travel faster than you can. And your name can travel in the room before you even set foot in. Rick saw me leave and he called Kevin before I could even reach my car. Brotherhood Network is always on, man. It's always connected. You can't outrun your reputation, whether it's good news or bad news. It travel at the speed of a phone call. Kevin knew I drug up from New Orleans while he was sitting in his house in New Orleans before I could even put my tools in my truck. Now, what I think it proved to me, everything Billy Joe taught me. Don't be a company, man. Everything I seen in Atlanta when I had to protect my own domain. Everything I everything Kevin showed me in Bayonne when he walked with his dignity. Everything that Bundy and I built when we gave ice cream and we signed our name and we walked out clean, you know what I mean? It all mattered because the brotherhood is always watching. Rick didn't call Kevin a gospel. He didn't call him the gospel but about nothing. Rick called Kevin to report, your boy left right, man. Your boy left clean. That's the network protecting its own. That's how information move in our trade. That's what happens when your name is your currency. It's your circulum, even when you know it or not. So here's what you need to know. Your name travels faster than you do. By the time I reached my truck in the Superdome parking lot, Kevin already knew I had quit. Rick Luther made one phone call. The information went from New Orleans to New Jersey before I could buckle my seatbelt. That's not surveillance. That's brotherhood. That's what happened when you work right, you treat people right, you lead right. The network report on you. And brother, you better make sure that report's good news because bad news travels just as fast. Your name is your currency. And I learned that day in that parking lot that currency is a currency 24 in circulation 24/7, whether you know it or not. The brotherhood is always watching. The brotherhood is always talking. And the brotherhood always know before you reach your car, whether you love your name clean or dirty, make sure to call they calling to vouch for you, not to warn about you, because either way, the call is being made.